Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Create Your New Life. I am your host, broker, CEO, Michael G. Davis, Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. Happy New Year 2021. We got some new stuff going on, reformatted, Create Your New Life, introducing our podcast, the Realtor Life podcast, for which I want all of you all to be my guests. Before I start inviting other realtors to be a part of the podcast, I want to get all of my Brooks and Davis family to be a guest on the Realtor Life podcast. It's a platform and an opportunity to kind of share yourself with the world so people can see the other side of realtors, to find out what else other than real estate would you be passionate about. So that's what that's what the Realtor Life podcast is all about. Our first guest is going to be Miss Jessica Joseph. So I can't wait to begin that here in about 30 minutes, get the podcast going and start off well. All right, so as always, we'll begin with the business first, and then we'll jump into the fun stuff. So let's jump into this thing. First of all, I want to say thank you for visiting with us. If you're checking this out, and maybe checking it out on YouTube or seeing kind of what we have going on, there will be an opportunity. If you like something that you hear, you want to schedule a company introduction, you'll see a link a little later where you'll be able to set that up. It can be virtual, it can be online. You all that are on have the ability to unmute yourself. You can comment, you can join into the conversation. Even as we get into the podcast with Jess, there's opportunities to ask questions, join in, comment. That's the benefit of being able to take part of the live portion of our Create Your New Life. So you can stop and engage. Also, let's see, am I sharing? Yeah, I'm sharing. Okay, so follow us on social media. The biggest thing that we're pushing right now is our VIP insider community. We have a private Facebook group and within that private Facebook group, there's opportunities for people to get exclusive weekly events, get promotions that are provided from our partner vendors, get great content and great resources to enhance your results as an entrepreneur. So if you're a member of Brooks and Davis and you have not been invited into the private Facebook group, please, you can put in the chat, put your Facebook handle so we can find you on Facebook. Matter of fact, we ain't even really got to do that. You got to like the business page. If you like the business page, then we're able to invite you into the private Facebook group. So if you haven't been invited, if you're on Facebook and you're an agent or an affiliate member or a fan of Brooks and Davis, and if you have not been invited into the Facebook group, it's because you haven't liked the page. So you got to like the page first. All right, but yeah, I want to get all of you all in that group, in the VIP Insider community. We got great stuff coming down the pipeline that you're only going to be able to get access to if you're in the private group. Also encourage you to go to our YouTube channel. We have a boatload of videos. We're going to be posting about 2 to 3 videos a week on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go there as well to really get a good idea of what we have going on as a company. And then if you want to connect with me, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I have a personal page on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I've newly joined Clubhouse for you iOS users, Apple users. Join me in Clubhouse. I'm actually doing a room today that's going to go into a little bit more depth of some of the elements that Jess and I speak about today. So that's going to be today at 7 o'clock on Clubhouse. So if you're on there, follow me, I'll follow you back and you'll get notified. All right, so we got that. Again, I mentioned you'll have an opportunity. So if you're checking this out, maybe somebody sent it to you, they texted it to you, emailed it, maybe you're looking at it on YouTube. And if you want to connect, you want to engage the current brokerage firm that you're at, it's not quite working for you, and you want to join a team that's really making moves, that's really giving our agents platforms to really speak and grow their business, then I highly encourage you to schedule an appointment. It could be in person, it could be online. where we can connect and you can learn more about, what makes us the best brokerage out here in these parts. So highly encourage you to do that. Also, one of the things that we offer is an hour of CE credit. So for those agents that are members of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, you've done your 2 years already, so you're not in SAE, but you're in CE, continuing education. Well, this actually gives you an hour of elective credit. So when it's time to renew, as we know, it's renewal time for a lot of us. You don't have to worry about that elective credit because to create your new lives, once you log on, it qualifies through Trex guidelines as continuing education. So take advantage of that. So now today, what to do to keep the ball rolling in your realtor business? So when Jessica and I begin our talk, she's going to have an opportunity to present herself, and then we're just going to kind of talk about, elements. I'm going to speak to elements of what can we do to maintain momentum when we're operating in real estate, right? How do we work through life, and how do we work through perceived distractions? Because some things that we call distractions aren't really distractions. They're things that matter to us. We just have to learn a better way of putting them in priority. So Jess and I, we're gonna rap about that today. We're also going to talk about what's important about exceeding expectations of multiple people when practicing real estate. We're going to look at a business software, our Success in Real Estate machine. We're going to look at that in a little bit depth. And then we're going to talk about a week filled of trainings. So, one of my things is I always wanted to get to the point. We have such a beautiful facility here at our coaching and training center. And I wanted to do more as it related to having events and things at our CNT center. So we put together our calendar. A lot of you all have seen that. So our plan is to have 2 to 3 events at our coaching and training center every week. So that's what our goal is, and that's what we're going to be pushing for. So can't wait to get that going. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our moment of core. Let's see. Here we go. All right, perfect. So for you all that are not familiar with our moment in core, it's a moment in our core ideology. So we have an ideology that's made up of 3 components. The first component is our core goal. The second component is our core mission. And the third component is our 5 core values. So the value that I want to highlight in today's session is exceeding the expectations of our clients, customers, and colleagues. We have a desire to be the #1 real estate firm in production and profitability. We have a desire to solidify our position as the largest independently Black-owned brokerage in the United States to do that this year. So in doing that, you got to perform at a higher level than anybody else. So with understanding that, we know that every time that we do something, we can't just satisfy what people expect. We have to go up, we have to exceed it, right? So that's what this value is all about. As it relates to our clients, people that have entrusted their business needs with us, our goal is to exceed their expectations. Customers, those that have not yet made a decision, but yet we want to serve the marketplace, as well as colleagues, those that we work together, that we're working with to not just advance our business, but advance the industry as a whole. So the goal and our value as it relates to our ideology is we want to exceed what people expect when they're doing business with us. We want to create this magical experience. So not only do people want to continue to do business with us, they want to copy us. They want to duplicate us because they want to transform their business to be able to do the same things that we're capable of doing. So that's what that ideology is all about. That's what that value is all about. As it relates to exceeding the expectations of our clients, customers, and colleagues. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some production. Let's see how we perform. Look, we had a great year last year. You guys are going to be hearing more about that. We're doing a town hall meeting. We're actually working on it being a simulcast. So we'll have people here at the Coaching and Training Center, but it'll also be streamed online live. So that's what we're working on doing. The goal is to have it at the end of this month. But we're going to be highlighting a lot of the things that we achieved last year. You know, one of the biggest things that I'm proud of is that we helped our agents do 142% more production this year, well, last year, 2020, than was done in 2019, 142%. That is a phenomenal achievement that I am extremely proud of to say. So again, at our town hall meeting, we're going to be launching a lot of new programs, a lot of the new programs that we kind of went through beta mode the end of last year. We're going to be officially launching those. I plan on doing these town hall meetings at least once a quarter. And then the town hall is also an opportunity for you all to, present any concerns you all have with the organization. You know, if you want to offer any insights, any recommendations on how we can improve, I want to do more of us coming together and being able to offer that as an option to you guys. So you're going to be hearing more of that as well. All right. So as it relates to production, 6.5 million in the pipeline, right? A lot of people got paid. A lot of people made money last year, and we want to continue that trend, right? So, we have about $500,000 worth of production coming onto the board this week. And for you all that are not familiar with the pending board, it's something that this may be your first time being on the Create Your New Life. Every week we highlight, what deals are in escrow. We're looking at who are the top 3 producing agents, meaning who are the top 3 agents that have the most amount of production in escrow. We look at that weekly, right? Not who's the most productive. Now that's something that we do look at. We typically look at that 1 to 2 times a year. We're going to be highlighting that at our town hall meeting. But every week we look at who's the one out there plugging in, putting production in the pipeline, putting themselves in a position where they can get paid, right? So that's what this pending board is about. When you see something in green, I mean, that's something new that came across the pipeline. And when something closes, it's off the list, right? So it's a constant moving rating. So at any point, somebody could be in that top 3. So the people that are representing the top 3 this week, we want to definitely celebrate Kendra Wheaton, LaKendra Kaufman, and Brina Fairbanks for being our top 3 producing agents as of today. Again, we went through many weeks of us bringing in, a little over $1 million worth of production in a weekly basis, right? That is a phenomenal feat. And again, we know we're capable of doing it. Let's keep doing it, man, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. We're here to produce. And as your brokerage firm, we're here to offer the resources and the support to help you be able to do transactions. So the theme for 2021 for Brooks and Davis is you all doing more and more transactions. We want to do another 142% growth of agent production this year. So let's do it. I know we can get it done. All right, perfect. Let's see. All right, so another thing that we do every week during these sessions is that we highlight a proprietary program that Brooks and Davis offers. And the one that we want to highlight today is our Success in Real Estate Machine. This is an online software. What we did, so this is how this is designed. What I did was I sat down and I thought through what all was required to go from an initial lead, getting somebody that was interested in doing business, to go from initial lead all the way to the closing table. What would be required to make that happen? So that was the plan. And by doing that, I was able to break it down into 7 components, right? So I took those 7 components, right? Pulled out 6 skill sets as it related to those 7 components, created a model, which we call the Realtor Success Funnel, created that model, then began teaching, training, pulling in resources, and organized all this content that we had compiled over the years, organized it into a digital format, which became the Success in Real Estate Machine. So now it's an online format, a digital format where a person could go log in, and then you'll get access to that breakdown of how we broke down that real estate transaction. So it's a tool to the point where we're now even utilizing the tool in our mentorship program. So that's another one of those things that you're going to hear more about at the town hall meeting that we're going to have later this month. But we're actually using this tool to assist with our mentorship program. So I'm having to go through mine. Let's see. Boom. Just to give you all a glimpse of what it entails. So all Brooks and Davis agents, they have access to it. Commission split agents have access to this. And what you do is when you first log on, you're going to see this screen, and you're going to see the breakdown of those 7 components that I spoke about, right? So we have the introduction, which we call the start here, and then those 6 skill sets that we were talking about. So when you look at the introduction, the diagram, and this is actually the older diagram, the Success in Real Estate Machine. I'm sorry, the Realtor Success Funnel. Why is it not doing what it's doing? That ain't what I want. There we go. So this diagram right here, we actually did a refreshed version of this, but this still works. So to give you an idea of the genesis of this software. So by breaking this model down, identifying those 7 areas, looking at these 6 skill sets, this is the digital format of this diagram right here. So we have content, we have video, and it all speaks to those elements. So for instance, if I were to go to skill set number 1, which talks about generate leads, and more leads, if I would go to that skill set, there are 10 elements in there that speak to lead generation. It's a host of, like, for instance, if we go to Jumpstart Your Real Estate Career Today, when you click on that, then it's going to take you to a previous Create Your New Life that I did that spoke to generating leads. And there's a host of other ones on here: finding success through service, building builder relationships, tricks of the trade. All of those is content as it relates to generating leads. And then when you go to the 10th element and you click on that, you'll be able to see the different agreements that you're going to use, different documents, different marketing programs that you can use to help you generate leads. All of it is compiled in that digital folder that's all inside of that first skill set number 1. And each one of these 6 skill sets have information built out like that. Now, one of the things that I want to pinpoint, let's shoot the skill set number 4, where it says ensuring you leave the consultation with a client, right? Well, the reality is that we have more than one client. Sometimes you have a buyer client, sometimes you have a seller client. And when you're doing a consultation, it's going to be different for each client. Well, again, it breaks it down even to the point of when you're looking to get hired at a consultation, you're doing a buyer's consultation, it gives you content specific to working with a buyer versus working with a seller. See, all of these videos speak to working with a buyer, even to the point there's an example initial buyer consultation that's in this software. So it's a very robust software, very profound. And we know it could be like drinking water out of a fire hydrant, which is why we made it an element of our mentor program. So our mentors can help the mentees become familiar with the resource, because we know it's a valuable resource when executing deals. It speaks specifically to what you're going to be doing as a realtor and the transactions that you're going to be doing. So the more the technical, the mechanical issues, challenges, questions that you may have, this software speaks to it. There is something on here that can help you with it. So it's one of our crown jewels. We did a survey we did a survey about 4 years ago, and we just recently did another one. And the Success in Real Estate Machine still is in the top 3 of where agents find value as far as the programs that we're offering. So that is something that we're very proud of, very proud of. Okay, now, before we jump into our interview, before we jump into the Success in the Realtor Life podcast, we do have like I said, we have a lot of events coming on this week. One of the new things that you all are going to be seeing is every month we're going to be posting a calendar, and that calendar of events of all the things that we're going to be having. You'll see our Create Your New Life posted on there, so you guys can get comfortable with that. You'll see the trainings that we're going to be having, the gun classes that we're going to be having. So the Meet the Broker, Side Hustle Fridays. So every month you're going to get a calendar that shows everything that we have going on, and you're probably going to see it multiple times. So here's January's calendar. We posted in the group meet. We posted in the private Facebook page. You'll see it here. So we're constantly going to be putting what we have going on in your face, so you can save the date, go ahead and put it on your calendar and get organized. Now, some of the specific events that I want to pinpoint today are, we have trainings this week. We're doing a social media training tomorrow. It's myself and Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks and myself, we're partnering on doing a social media training. If you are not familiar with him on social media, he's very proficient. I think he has over 30,000 followers on Instagram. He's on Clubhouse as well, LinkedIn. So as it relates to utilizing social media to grow your business, to grow your brand, he's an ideal person to speak about that. So he and I are going to be doing that training on, that's going to be on tomorrow from 12 to 2. And then on Thursday, we're going to be doing a lead generation training. So again, talking about building business, how to grow your business. The lifeblood of a successful real estate business is the flow of leads and new business opportunities into your business. That was something that I talked about yesterday with Mondays with Mike, my Monday Night Live that I do on Facebook. So it's the lifeblood of keeping your business flowing is a healthy dose of consistent leads and business into your business, into business opportunities into your business on a consistent basis. So that's what we're going to be going into, really diving into on Thursday from 12 to 2. So those are 2 great trainings that we have coming up this week. So if you have not reserved your seat, make sure you do so. Obviously, seating is limited with this COVID environment. So if you haven't done it, go ahead and get it done quickly so you can reserve your spot and you can be able to partake in that with us. All right, so now to the fun stuff. We got all of that out of the way.